What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Sports Talk with Rod. This is Life in Victoria of first year East High School, right? Part two, highly anticipated. I kind of knew everybody was gonna like this little installment or whatever because, like I said, that first year Victoria East was a very exciting time. Not even for just the players, but for everybody, especially if you like sports. I couldn't even say really if you just like football because we had everybody just coming over there and watching our games and keeping up with us and stuff or whatever. So, anyways, I appreciate y'all. Um, when I go live, y'all, if y'all see stars on here, y'all go ahead and like send stars on here because that helps me um, get everything situated and it gives me some little momentum and a boost to with y'all being engaged or whatever makes me want to put more videos out here like this and do even better videos. um, with part one, I'm gonna go back. What's up, Dominguez? So with part one, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add some clips or whatever to make it better for the visual or whatever instead of just seeing me talk or whatever. I know, even though y'all probably like seeing these ears and whatever and this do-rag and stuff, don't worry about that. I'm about to get my hair cut and stuff later on. Anyways, that's neither here or there. Um, so anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start putting clips to what I can in the videos that I make or whatever. So if y'all see stars when I go live, y'all send me some that helps me out. And I'm gonna go live on Facebook. Then I'm gonna use that video and then share it from YouTube. So I'm trying to get all my traffic to YouTube or whatever. So even if y'all don't like on here, well, I hope y'all like it. Even if y'all don't like it on here, for sure like it on YouTube. And if y'all see something y'all like it and share it at least one time or whatever. You never know, I might look out for y'all in a different kind of way. So anyways, this is Life in Victoria, First Year East, Part 2 continued. So I left off on the first video. We were just about to start our second round game playing Mission Veterans Memorial. So after, I did my little hype stuff, running off the field or whatever, getting the crowd hype, we were about to walk out. We walk out there, and we got East Side on this side, Mission Veterans on the other side. We had the Alamo Dome. It's going down, man. This is my second game of the playoffs. I've been waiting for a long time to get to the playoffs, so I'm hyped. I'm not nervous at all. So we had like a little twist in the starting lineup. We had a different little formation, and we usually had two backs, myself and Jonathan Gardner, but I think they decided to put a tight end in there or whatever, and we was like running the ball and stuff more or whatever, right? So one of the first plays of the game, Irvin Yates, his name keep coming up. Irvin Yates, he gets the ball, he runs to the left, shakes the hell out of somebody, he falls. Somebody was right there behind him, he spins off of them. So crowd hype or whatever. He's cutting across field. He's running out of gas or whatever, right? McClure is running behind him. He could have pitched it to McClure, but he was tired and stuff. So I'm glad he didn't. Probably could have been bad. It could have been a great play. Anyways, he gets tackled or whatever, and then he hops up. It's probably like a 60-something yard run. He hops up. He live or whatever. He getting the crowd hype or whatever. So it's lit, right? And then coach put me in later on in the drive or whatever. We do a option play. We do an option play. I get the ball on the outside. Somebody one-on-one with me. I shake him, run, give him a stiff arm, reach for the end zone, touchdown. We up 7-0. We kick the ball off. That number 6 I was talking about, I think he was like ranked in the nation, corner and wide receiver, fast. He get the ball. I'm not on kickoff, right? I'm on the sideline. I see him get the ball on the far sideline. He catch it. I see him like walk into it a little bit and then just take off. Run the kick back. I was like, oh shit, like wasn't expecting that. We haven't had a kick and ran back on us all year, right? Let alone a whole bunch of big plays. So I was like, okay. I was like, all right. I said, okay, all right, we're good. So we get the ball back. Like I said, I'm on the sideline again. We get further downfield. Um, we do an option play. I think I get like 20 some yards. We get down there to the end zone. I don't know if it was like a third and goal or some shit. They pitched the ball to me. I'm racing for the pylon, and I reach across. Or whatever, and as soon as the ball hits the pylon, it gets loose or whatever, right? So I'm making sure. I know it's a touchdown because I know the rules or whatever. I'm making sure the ref don't hold me, right? So he throw up touchdown. So 2 touchdowns first quarter, right? So they get the ball back again. I don't know if it was the second or the first or the second play. The quarterback for them, like, he drops back and his back is to me, right? They sent me on a blitz. So I'm running at him and I'm like, dog, I was like, he's staring over there like for a while or whatever. I was like, I know he's gonna get the ball up before I get over there. I was like, I'm not trying to get a rough in the pass or whatever, right? So I get over to him and I like hit him over there. Keep in mind, like, he's big, like 6'4". And then so I hit him when the ball and the ball kind of goes out of bounds, like way out of bounds. I guess he was trying to throw an out route or something. I don't know. I look over to the sideline. My coach Parman was like, Rod. He was like, hit him. I was like, all right, I got you next time. All right, I got you. Cause I should have mollywopped his ass. I don't know. Anyway, I told you my thought process behind it. So anyways, remember when I told y'all, I told Jamie that I wanted to guard number 6. Cause I know he way faster than Jamie. He was faster than me too, but I know how to play him. So I don't know if it was like 2 plays after that quarterback drops back, lets that bitch go, right? I'm looking downfield, number 6, run under it, probably like a 60-some yard touchdown, jogs in the end zone. He's hyping up their crowd and stuff. And who, you can guess who it was that got burnt? Fucking Jamie ass. He walking down, doing all this shit. And I tell him, so I always been the one on the sideline. Even though we was winning the majority of our games, when we got in close games, I'm getting everybody, hey, we cool, we straight. So I look at Jamie, we cool, we straight. I'm thinking in my mind, I was like, this slow ass. So anyways, we get the ball back, right? So I had this thing that I did before every game was, so I got to stand up and do this shit. So I was in the kick return and McClure was, right? So I was like the second to the back. So we used to play this, I think it's called Young Money Salute or whatever our band was playing that. So it was like, so I used to rock to it, right? When I was about to so I used to do that shit, right? So I'm engaged with the game now or whatever, because it's like 14-14. So I'm locked in. Keep in mind, I'm on the other sideline away from our stands. So yeah, there you go. Put them likes up. Appreciate you. So I'm on the far side, right? And then I hear somebody from the other side talking about some Rod. And I look, and it's Yates, right? And I see him doing this, like I guess he was telling me to do my rock. I said, I got you. I didn't know anybody paid attention to that shit all year, right? So I started doing, or whatever, 5 go block. So we get the ball again. We marching down, and then so we marching downfield. I think I score on another option play, right? So I got 3 touchdowns first quarter. So what else happened after that? Like, hey, this is 14 years ago, so excuse me if I don't have it like all back to back or whatever. So we up 21-14. Oh yeah, okay. So I got 3 touchdowns first quarter. I think one of the first carries, I think we stopped them. One of the first carries I get in the second quarter, we running like a little ISO play, and I break open. Probably I'm in the second level. I'm 1-on-1 with that number 6. So I gave him a little chop step, and then he barely got my foot right, and I would have been gone again. So I'm like, damn, I should have scored. And I wish I would have scored, because come to find out, that play would change the whole dynamic and trajectory of my little football career, right? So the next play, I get the ball again, then I'm running, and somebody, I think I'm dragging somebody, and then somebody falls on my ankle, right? So when they fall on my ankle, say my foot is like this, right? When they fall on my ankle, they fall like right on the ankle, so my foot like comes up like this, like so, like basically to where the inside ball of my foot, it touches like the turf or whatever, right? So and I feel it, right? So I get up and I start walking, and I'm limping instantly, right? I said, "Fuck!" So I was gonna try to, stay in the game or whatever. And I was thinking about Booby Miles off Friday Night Lights, how he tried to keep playing or whatever and ended up making it worse. So I told him, I said, I gotta come out. I've never taken myself out of a football game. And then so I get to the sideline and it's like, what's wrong? I said my ankle. And then so I'm trying to walk on it, like I can't walk on it, I can't run on it. I said, damn dog, I said, fuck. So and then so I'm trying to get back in the game and stuff. And then I remember my cousin Brandon yelling from the stands, because they started going back and forth with us now, or whatever, scoring and stuff still. And then we wasn't moving the ball the same. And I remember my cousin Brandon yelling, "Oh, we need you, Rod." And I was like, oh, I said, I know, dog. I said, fuck. So my ankle is like, it's like that fat now. Like it's fat, no exaggeration. So I'm trying to get back in the game, and they scoring, and I think they end up being up by like 10 points at halftime. So we going in halftime, they looking at me and stuff like that, and they wrap up my ankle and stuff like that. And I'm thinking the whole time, I don't know why this popped in my head. I'm thinking about certain football movies to where they'll give them like steroid shots, some extra stuff to help them play. And I'm thinking the whole time, I said, Rob, would you take some of that shit if knowing it's illegal? I was like, would you take some of that stuff if they give it to you? And I said, hell yeah, I would. I'm trying to win state. Fuck the morals and shit, right? So, anyways, by the time halftime was over, I knew I couldn't play. Like, I'm out of there. So I didn't tell anybody, but I told Jonathan Gardner when we was when we was coming out our little tunnel thing. I told him, I said, look, and I'm trying not to get choked up about it. I told him, I said, look, I can't play. So I haven't told nobody else but you. So you gonna have to take care of it, man. He was like, oh, all right, Rod, I got you. So went over there to the sideline. I see people in the crowd looking like damn, Rod ain't playing. So we go out there, all right, and then like I said, it was a real back and forth game. It looked like, one of the announcers says, looked like the 49ers was playing the Colts, right? Because our coach wanted our jerseys to look like the 49ers old jerseys, and then the other teams' colors was blue and white. So they had white jerseys, blue stripes, or whatever. So I think they had a horseshoe too. No, I'm mistaken. And then so I'm on the sideline trying to be the best cheerleader I could be, because I know I'm out of there. So what happened? All right, sorry about that. We had a little technical difficulty. My phone was overheating. I was trying to, change the scenery up and be outside or whatever like that. So now I had to come back inside. So sorry about that. But continued. So we in the second half now. I know I can't play anymore. I got to be the best cheerleader I could be. They have the ball. They marching downfield. And I remember this quarterback, we was like at our 15-yard line, and then he scrambled up the middle and little backstory. When we was watching his film, he was real. Cold Mexican dude, I ain't gonna hold him. He was like stiff arming little ass like corners and safeties or whatever. I was just talking about you, Jamie. You just you about to come up too? That's crazy. So, anyways, he was sorry, my teammate, one of the teammates I was talking about, he just came on my live or whatever. So, anyways, he was stiff arming little safeties or whatever, running over people and stuff. Keep in mind, they was playing people in the valley, A lot of them was smaller, and he just typically bigger than a lot of them too, or whatever. But like I could tell he was strong or whatever and good. So back to this moment, he ran up the middle or whatever, and then it was Jamie and him 1-on-1. Jamie, if Jamie can't do nothing else, he can hit, right? So him and Jamie met, I want to say at the 3-yard line. When I say Jamie ass ended up being 5 yards in the fucking end zone, I was so mad. They sideline erupted or whatever, and the quarterback get up, he flexing and stuff on their sideline and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God. I said, I can't help or whatever. I was like, this is killing me. And then, so, damn, this AC would cut on, whatever is loud. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. So, I think they get up. I forgot what the score was or whatever. They're up though. And then, so around this time, coach, the head coach started putting in different, running backs and stuff in my place. They had Justin Kalinowski. He came in for a couple plays. They had Mason Edwards. He came. I think he was like a freshman at the time or whatever. So I think we was down like 10, and then we had the they got the ball back, right? And then so I was like, dang, they was marching downfield again. I said, man, if they score again, I said, this might be it. So they try to pass downfield. And I see this itty bitty old dude, number 11, which ended up being my twin brother. He ended up coming in or whatever to help out on defense. He jump up and get an interception. And when I say I hopped up so fast, I probably re-injured my already injured ankle. And I hopped up. I was so happy or whatever, because my brother, he didn't get a lot of play time all year, but here's one of our biggest games of the year. And if they score on that drive, I'm pretty sure it's over with or whatever. So I'm excited or whatever for him or whatever. So I think we end up getting the ball. Jonathan Garner ended up scoring on a long touchdown run or whatever. So that was good. And then there was another play to where here's how I knew the game wasn't going how it typically goes. For one, we was losing, not only just up by big, like we was losing. I remember one time Irvin Yates, he broke and he was tired downfield, probably like 40, 50 yards downfield. And that number 6, and when I say he was good, I don't give people a lot of props unless they're really good. Number 6 was hawking them down, right? And Irvin, when he gets open field and he gets tired, like he started doing that old Adrian Peterson run with the ball loose. And I seen number 6 do this, running behind him. I'm like, oh, he gonna take the ball. Like I had a flashback to where when I was on a freshman B team, my partner Charles was on A team and we was playing, I forgot who we was playing, but he was on a kick return and somebody was running behind him and I see him do this. And my partner Roman Peoples and somebody else was by me. And DeAndre, they was by me. And I said, oh, he about to get ripped. And then the dude took the ball from him, right? So I had that flashback with Yates. Keep in mind, this was probably 6 years after that. No, it wasn't no 6 years. If I was a freshman. Yeah, it wasn't no 6 years. Like 3 or 4 years after that. So that number 6 reached for the ball. And before I know it, he's turning around with the ball, trying to head the other way. I said, yeah, we not used to anybody having even 1 or 2 athletes even close to what we have, right? So keep in mind, we fighting back. Jonathan's had a long run or whatever. I think we still down by 3. And then they have the ball. And I want to say this was probably even before my brother's pick. So we was taking an injury timeout, right? So I walk out there. I'm limping and stuff, my cleat off. I said, look. I said, they good. I said, we all right. I said, y'all got it. I said, come on, dude's like, yo, bro, we got your back. Justin Kalinowski got on my nerves. He's like, what are you doing? Get on the... Like, he got on my nerves for that, but everybody else was like, yeah. Because, I was basically the leader of the team or whatever and stuff like that. And then I was hurt and I couldn't do nothing or whatever. So I was trying to be their best support or whatever. So I'm yelling, doing the cheers that they made up and all this other stuff. I'm waving my towel and stuff on the sideline. I think that was right before my brother's pick. And then, so we started fighting back. There was another play that quarterback ran out on the outside, and it was him and Jamie again. And Jamie used to want to hit everybody high, right? Which was okay. Even this running back named Chris Johnson, he used to go to East Central. He surprised me because he was hitting him straight up, head up. But I was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen when they was running on the sideline? Jamie took his legs out. I said, okay. I said, he learned. I said, good. And then, I think they score again, I want to say. And we ended up, they was kicking an extra point. Kalinowski came off the edge, blocked it. McClure picked it up, and he was running down the sideline. Him and Steven Martinez or whatever, and then they was throwing the ball back and forth with each other, trying to score or whatever. I don't think they ended up scoring for like a 2-point conversion or whatever, but you know, it was some momentum. And then we got the ball another time, and Justin Kalinowski, he got the option and did like a little 45-yard run, so that gave us a spark and stuff like that. And then before you know it, Jonathan Gardner, he scored like on another long run, and he's in the end zone or whatever. He like threw up or whatever. So we up now. I think Jonathan ended up running for like 220 yards, and we needed it. And then one of the last touchdowns we got, Mason Edwards, they gave him the ball like on the 2-yard line or whatever, and then he scored a touchdown. And we ended up getting out of that game. It was an all-around effort from everybody for our second round win. They won 54. We won 54-40. We had the livest game in the playoffs that year. The most drama-filled game in the playoffs or whatever. And that was a real happy time. I remember taking the picture with the trophy and stuff. And you can see me in there, and then you see me with without my damn cleats on and stuff like that. And I was so happy. And then yeah, so that was really exciting or whatever. And I go to the locker room, and with that being said, I was coming out, and then my coach Palmer, out of nowhere, like I was walking out, he was like, hey, talking about when you coming out this locker room, he was like, do not limp, okay? He was like, do not limp. I was like, what the fuck, don't limp? I'm thinking to myself, I said, I'm hurt. That's how I'm gonna limp. But I was like, okay, because I didn't know like what was going on. So I'm walking out, trying not to limp. I'm limping. And then I see somebody standing like a yard outside our locker room, like looking at my foot or whatever. And it says like, he was wearing a black shirt and it said Cavaliers. And I was like, what was that, Virginia Cavaliers? I was like, is that a college coming to look at me? And I thought about it, and I was like, oh no. I said, that's Lake Travis. They're the Cavaliers or whatever. So we was playing them next in the third round. And the crazy story about that is, so flashback. We had our little differences and stuff in 707 with all these players, all these new players come together. We try to share time and all this other stuff. We get past that. We do our little scrimmage game against, like, I think a little small school named Rockport. You know, we do them bad. We scrimmage against Bay City. You know, we pretty much win that game and stuff too or whatever. And then, like I said, with us firing from every angle or whatever, I guess Coach Finley, because I think Coach Finley won state for another school called Cuero back in, I don't know how long ago it was. He won state or whatever, right? So I remember he told us, and I'll never forget this, and a lot of people do not know this. He told us one of the practices or whatever, he was like, look, he's like, here's what it's going to be. It's going to be the third round. Y'all going to play Lake Travis. Lake Travis is now there. We was 4A at the time. Now I think they 6 or 5A. They had moved them up in classifications. And I think it only took them like, I think it took them 2 or 3 years after they moved up in classifications to win another state championship. So keep in mind, at this point in time, they already won 3 in a row. Before our first regular season game, Coach Finley came to us at a practice. He was like, here's what it's gonna come down to. It's gonna be third round. Y'all gonna play Lake Travis, and it's gonna be either at UT Stadium, Darrell K. Royal, I think that's his name, or it's gonna be at the Alamo Dome. He told us this before our first regular season game. And what do you know? I'm walking out after our second round game. A Lake Travis coach seeing if I'm hurt or whatever. And our next game up is third round at the Alamo Dome, and we playing Lake Travis. So y'all stay tuned for the rest of this for part 3 of Sports Talk with Rod.